Well, hello everybody. My name's Christopher Not Walking. Guys, see, here's the thing. We're over here at the Dirty Nerdy Show. Every now and then, you know, we mainly bring on smaller artists and everything, but every now and then somebody comes on the show who is just at another level, you know, and not just talking about numbers wise. I'm talking about like quality wise, about how they approach things. Just really one of the greatest out here doing it right now. And she's really like doing it for the right reasons, and it makes me so happy just to welcome Celaine ASMR
Hello, everybody.
to the show. Welcome.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for that beautiful introduction.
Oh, was it good? Did I do good?
That was amazing.
I
That was
tried.
fantastic.
I
Even though
tried
it,
my
it
best.
almost it almost feels surreal to hear someone call me like big as an artist, just because in my mind I just still feel like I have the same audience as I did from day one.
I think that's a good mindset to have because
Because like you always have to like look up to others, and I always use other people for references. Like to this day, in fact, even more than I did prior,
yeah,
because like you know, you always see someone else having like a beautiful channel that you probably watched for years, and you're
yeah.
like, one day.
Nah, man. I saw your stuff and I was immediately like, I'm one of those people that like, okay, what is your most popular? You know how you get the little like function on
Oh,
like the
yeah.
thing, and I saw what your most popular was,
Yes.
and it was the sweetest thing I have ever seen in my life. Like I got like emotional because I was like, oh my god, somebody out there feels alone. They're gonna see this video, and
Mhm.
it's like that Keith Urban song, "You're Not Alone Tonight,"
Mhm.
and it made me think of that, and I was like, wow, that's that's really impactful. That's really gonna help somebody, and I don't know, it just touched me.
Absolutely. If I'm not mistaken, it's like girlfriend falls asleep with moi, something like that.
Yeah, like it is like so simple.
Mhm.
Like you're not even talking that much in it, but like,
Mhm.
and then you're saying a whole bunch of French things that I don't even know what you say. So like,
Yes.
I just make up stuff in my head. I'm like,
Uh-huh.
okay, right now she's talking about the grocery list right there. That is like,
Mhm.
eh,
It's actually very interesting that you say that because a lot of people have actually like personally messaged me saying that they make up things in their head when I'm speaking French. So that's like really cool.
have you gotten any like messages of like specific things that were like really funny?
Oh my, I could open my stuff right now and read you something very strange.
Oh, are we gonna get in trouble for this?
We might.
Well, fucking let's do it then.
Oh no. Oh goodness. Well, I don't know. It makes me feel like I don't know because there's so many. I get a lot of messages a day, either on email or on like Instagram. I think that's like what the Instagram DMs, like direct messages or whatever.
Oh, you don't open
Um,
up your Instagram DMs, do you?
no, I don't because I actually had to learn this a little bit later. You can make a business account on Instagram. So you have three sets of DMs.
I did
The
that.
first one's, yeah, where the first one's primary, which is like people you follow. The second one is people that you don't follow but can message you. And the third one is like everybody else, I guess, or something. I don't know. I don't really know how it works. Um, but there's, oh my goodness, a lot of people want to message you.
Yeah, bro. Not me though. Not me personally. Like they don't really want to message me. Like, and that's cool. I like it that way. Like,
You're lucky.
I like it that way because I'm one of those people that I'm like, I'm just no, just leave me alone. You know, like,
No, actually, I completely understand for sure.
But yeah, for you, you probably get like, especially with the kind of stuff that you're making,
Oh yeah.
people can get the wrong idea, uh, and get
Happens all the time.
overly attached, and that's that's a scary thing for me. I have close friends that deal with that, and I was wondering, as someone who does, toe the line, and does make content that's, for the lonelier side, um how do you make clear those boundaries of what they are, and you know what I mean?
Like, let's break the question down a little bit better. Like, how do I make my videos appear to like not?
Yeah. How do you
I think I get what you're thinking.
how do you find that line of like, okay, I'm gonna say this but not this, and like where, how do you do that? Because that is
Oh, yeah.
remarkable
Um,
how you go, and it's never too much. It's never like overly inviting, because I feel like overly inviting could send the wrong people.
oh
And
yeah, absolutely. The whole part about that I do is I follow a normal conversation in my head. And typically normal conversations don't go into extreme detail like dot 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 and this is dot dot dot. So I follow a very regimented, light, and positive conversation that
yeah,
cannot be taken to a negative or sad outlook on something.
yeah,
Um, just because what you say and how you say it, people won't remember what you say, but they'll remember the way you made them feel. And
yes,
if you say too much or if you say too detailed of something, it can appear to rub off wrong, even if you didn't mean to do that, which is completely understandable. I do this all the time, everybody makes mistakes. But particularly with my videos, I like to make content that is super lighthearted, always happy and positive, so that people will come out of it saying, wow, I had a really good experience and nothing was sad. Nothing reminded me of sadness and nothing, made me feel, if anything, it should just make you feel relaxed and like, oh, that was very inviting and welcoming and etc. Um, as well, if there are like situations where like I do say something weird because I always watch my videos and I edit them afterwards. Um, I'll cut out a part that I thought maybe could have been taken wrong and I'll just, put it away. Like for instance, I think I said like a welcome really weird. I didn't like the way I said like hello, welcome in here, dot dot dot. It
yeah,
just didn't sound right. It didn't sound genuine. So I cut it out and then I refilmed it again, like the first section of it, so that it made it feel like legitimately real. And especially if you're filming in front of the camera, not everything goes right all the time. In fact, it goes wrong all the time.
yeah,
Um, knowing that you aren't perfect and that you're going to make mistakes, and also knowing to edit and be fully there for the editing process.
yeah,
The whole point of it is to keep in your head is that always keep it light, always keep it positive, and that make sure that if it does seem even slightly weird or bizarre, have a friend look over it and say like, hey, what do you think about dot dot dot? Here's an example.
you know having someone else look over it, that's where I gotta give it up to, really, just I gotta give it up to Keith FAMKAMMMMM, who edits
Mm-hmm.
everything for me, who makes
Give it up, Keith.
everything possible over here. uh he has saved me so many times, because sometimes I'll be slightly stoned or whatever, uh and I'll make a joke in an interview that makes the interviewee laugh, right? But if it gets out, it's like, oh no, you're in trouble, sir.
Go cut that out.
And Keith will swoop in, and he'll be like, I'm gonna take that out because you don't need to get in trouble. Like,
Bless you, Keith.
uh,
Good for him though, because that's actually being an editor is a very difficult job.
oh yeah, he's 100% the best, and I could not do like anything without him. And I hope he knows this. I love you, Keith. Hi, I
I
know
love
you're
you,
editing
Keith.
right now.
We love
Um,
you, Keith.
yeah. So we speaking of Keith, he did the Super Bowl video, and then you did the Super Bowl video, and I was
Yes,
like,
we
oh my
did.
god, these are amazing.
I honestly like to be. I looked at his video and I actually think it's a lot better than mine because I love the conversation he draws out with the audience. I took it like a different way. It was the same type of video, but I took mine a different way where it was like showing people like snacks and stuff. And his
Yeah.
was more conversational and personal. So like very similar ideas done differently.
Uh, I,
However, I really like the way that he did his.
I like Keith. I love Keith, but I like snacks more. So I'm gonna go with yours.
Oh, thank you. I do appreciate that, Keith. Please don't take that seriously.
I like snacks more. So you got me with the snacks.
Give me my fruit snacks! What, really? Really? I died from that. I died from that.
The Wookiees are free! Get to the roof!
Okay. I've been promised fruit snacks. I better get my fruit snacks.
You're bilingual, and
Yes, I am bilingual.
that is amazing to me. What got you interested in like learning other languages?
Oh, my first language wasn't even English.
Oh, do tell.
Oh, yes. So my first language was actually Greek. And yes, indeed.
You're like Wonder Woman. Holy shit.
Da 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 da. My first language was Greek because half of my family is like from Greece, have lots of Greek people going on. And my parents both worked when I grew up, so the only people that could take care of me were my grandparents, and they were from Greece, you know? So I grew up first language being Greek, and then my mom was like, "Oh my gosh, she's got to go to school. She doesn't even speak English." So after that couple years, I learned English in I think a year, went to school.
Were you in
And
ESL?
no, I didn't need to do that because I learned really quick somehow. I think my mom did some stuff that which I don't remember, probably like intense like, flashcards.
So you're like literally a genius. Okay, cool.
No, I am not a genius. Well, here's what happened. I went to school, American school, and then I lost my ability to speak Greek very well. I can understand it very well, but I can't speak it well. Um, because of the English interaction at that really specific time in my life.
Yeah.
And then it made it super easy for me to pick up French just because I'm like, oh, wait a second. I totally know how another language works. I've spoken it before. And I just picked up on that in high school. And since then I've taken off and I can I'm very powerful in French. More powerful in French than I am in Greek.
Like I just love how in your videos you switch so easily. Like it's so like fluid with you, and so like I thought like, okay, this girl is a French Canadian, obviously.
I have a huge French Canadian accent. Yes, it's very understandable.
I was like, obviously this girl is French Canadian, like to the point where I have French Canadian friends who
Yeah.
are Twitch streamers, and I spoke to one of them yesterday, and I was like, I have an interview today, and so it's a French Canadian girl. She's coming on the show. I
Yeah.
want to say some things. Can you teach me how to say some things?
Yes, I want to hear.
No, okay, all I really learned was how to say butts in French.
Yes, please say it.
Well, it's cool.
Yeah, cool.
Cool. That's it.
Cool.
That's all I learned.
It means like butt, and it also means ass. So like something that I learned in Quebec actually when I did a study abroad there in Montreal. Whenever I went to bars, people said this thing called cul sec, which means like cul, butt,
Yeah.
sec, dry. So cul sec, dry butt or dry ass. So drink till the ass is dry of the bottle.
Bro.
So like that's like chug, I guess. I guess that's like the translation.
It's a butt chug.
Yeah, so it's like drink till the butt of the bottle is dry. So chug, 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 cul sec, cul sec. It's very cool.
That is so cool. But yeah,
Mhm.
I learned butts because all right, so like if you ever like follow me on Twitter, like or like
I do.
see me in like streams, the first things that I ever say is butts. Like that's like
We
my
love a butts.
that's my calling card. It's not meant to be like pervy or anything. Like it's just a joke. I say it to everybody. I say it to Keith.
Yeah,
Fucking like
butts.
I say it to anyone. Like and my streamer friend knew that, and she was like, "I'm gonna teach you how to say butts in French." And
Yes. Cool. They taught you a really good. That's actually that word is very useful.
yeah,
So you learned a very good word.
yeah, and of course I know things like bonjour, ça va.
Ooh, ça va? Oui, ça va bien. Et toi?
Yeah, that's all I know.
That means I'm doing well. How are you? And you can actually reply and say ça va,
Ça va,
which
yeah,
means I'm doing good. Yes, perfect.
yeah.
A conversation can literally be me walking up to you, me going, ah, ça va, and then you going, oui, ça va. And I can say, oui, ça va. And then we can go our separate ways, and that's a full conversation.
That is a whole conversation. Wow.
Yes.
But not
I've
like
done that before.
I was obsessed with like learning French like about 5 years ago, and I learned some things,
Wow, good for you.
and that was about it. Like I learned how to say like that particular thing, and then that was it. Like I gave up very quickly. I was like, my tongue is not meant to do that, and that's fine. Like
There are some words that are very tricky.
yeah, definitely.
Like, oh man, there's so many words that are tricky. Cool is actually a very difficult word because of the U. So you did a really good job so far.
Oh, did I? Oh my god.
Yes.
Ah.
Yeah.
The teacher gave me a good grade, you guys. I'm so proud of myself. Wow.
Please, can we get claps?
So, switching gears to ASMR, how'd you find it?
Yes. Ah, yes. Very good story. So, back in 2014 or 2015, I'm not too sure what year it was. I had a huge obsession with Bandcamp, because I've always been someone who's extremely interested in music, and because of the wide
I
variety.
make music,
of-
bro.
Do you really?
I do.
Ah, you have to send me the links after so I can follow because I love following artists.
I got you.
Perfect. But like I got really into just like finding the most interesting people possible. And because of that, also because I looked up names on Bandcamp, YouTube, and then like secret email services that would send you like lists of names of artists that are brand new with good songs.
Yeah.
My YouTube recommendations on the sidebars were always varied with like content from all over the world. And I remember one time randomly, I was like looking through songs. I saw something that says Makoto ASMR, like Makoto, this person named Makoto ASMR. And then I had Japanese characters next to it. And I said, well, what is this? And the little thumbnail was someone like patting makeup and like putting it on the screen. And I'm like, what is this? So I clicked on it, and it was this Japanese person, Japanese man named Makoto. And he was applying makeup to the screen of the camera and talking you through, probably like as if he were a makeup artist doing the makeup to the person.
Yeah.
And instantaneously, I fell in love with that video and everything that he did. Because then I was like, oh my gosh, what is ASMR? What is this person doing with the screen? I clicked on all the other videos of his. And because I don't speak Japanese at all, I just like went through the list and like just saw like thumbnail, like what is he doing? And it's this person role playing as, you know, obviously people with different jobs. One of them being a makeup artist, the other one being a hairstylist, the other one being like a shaving person. And him just like going to the camera, you know, doing very soft hand movements, speaking really softly. And I fell in love. And then I started looking up like, what is ASMR? Is this the only person that does this? Absolutely not. There were so many more people, like Ephemeral Rift and like all of the other people that are down there in that list. And since then, I was just absolutely hooked.
Yeah. I love that. So, one thing that I picked up from what you're saying is you watched a lot of male ASM artists.
In the beginning, yes, I did. In the beginning, I absolutely did.
Yeah. Like, do you think that that's one of those things where like people just watch what they're like super like comfortable with?
You know what? It's very interesting, but at the beginning, I would say yes, because when I first got into ASMR, I was more so focused on male artists, and then soon after, I found Maria, Gentle Whispers, I think is her name.
Yeah.
And then like all of the other types of genres of people that started becoming, very interested in ASMR on YouTube, I then switched to more male and female oriented ASMR artists. Now I feel like there's actually a lot of female ASMR artists, though maybe it's just because I am an artist myself that I see a lot of female artists in like thumbnails or like related videos. But I still avidly go out to watch male ASMR artists as well. So for me, it's probably a 50-50 of people who I watch that are male and female. And then, of course, like my friends who
Yeah.
also do ASMR.
I grew up with sisters, and I grew up, raised by my aunt.
Wow,
So
wonderful.
for me, I think because of that, my brain was always like, you are comfortable around females, Um,
Oh, yeah.
so for me, it was always people like Frivy and GB and people who have been on the show, by the way. Not to humble brag, whatever.
Humble brag. Furby's amazing.
But yeah, Frevy's been on twice. Other humble brag. But anyways,
Ooh. Got that heat.
I'm sorry, but no. But yeah. With that, it's always been. I've always been more comfortable when it comes to like listening to like a woman like say things and be comforting, and I think it's that motherly thing almost, kind of, sort of.
You know what? I could completely see that. That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, and I really connect to that, and that's beautiful to me. But
Would you
recently,
say like most of the people that you watch are female?
mostly yes, but
Okay.
ever since I started the show, the more men that I come in contact with, that come on the show, and that I get acquainted with, I listen to them. Like one of my best friends and I think it's also an emotional attachment type vibe too, because one of the men that I watch, one of the only men that I watch, is Keith.
Oh, wow.
I can go to sleep and listen to him, and it doesn't feel wrong to me, Like it doesn't feel
Oh my
like out of
gosh,
place
absolutely.
or anything like that. Another person, you might not know him, but he's a very big supporter of the ASMR community, and he also does videos. Gary the Gray.
I think I just followed him on Twitter, but I have not taken an initiative to do more research on him.
You need to watch his videos. Oh my God, he is so good. He is so good. He he works in mental health, first of all, and
Oh my goodness.
he is he just has this voice that is so just bassy and so just comforting, and yeah, I tell him all the time his voice makes my butthole tingle, and
That's kind of beautiful though. That's like a top tier compliment.
yeah, like for real, like all the time I hit on Gary, like that's just what I do.
Gary, if you're listening out there, he just gave you a top tier compliment.
Yeah, man, I had to give Gary a shout out with you, because you mentioned
Absolutely. Shout him out.
that you liked male ASM artists, and
Mhm.
if I can point out some people to you that are amazing,
Good.
I'm gonna do that. Like Keith, and Harmonious is another person, another male
I've
ASM
never-
artist.
I'd like to look it up then.
He is actually from Toronto. He's Canadian, and
Oh my goodness.
so I think you'd like him. And he's
I
a
love
musician.
Canadian artists. Ooh, and a musician. Woo! Got artists in the building.
Yeah, he's very good at bass. But he's also he works, in television and stuff, and he's so good, and he's a teacher as well. So he's so smart with like the technical aspects of everything, and if anybody ever has questions or anything like that, he takes the time to help. He actually did the so I have, like, we'll cut to it right now in post, but I have a merch commercial, because I have a merch store, and he
Absolutely.
actually put um, the merch commercial together for me, um,
That's very sweet.
because of his abilities in production, and it's like a proper commercial. It's so good.
That's actually really sweet that someone would go out of their way to help, like, help you like that. When I've tried to find help for people like helping me with my channel, it's been actually quite difficult because,
Oh
it's
no.
very, I don't know, you shouldn't depend on other people for help, in my opinion. But I've had to go out of my way to find people to help me with something, because from time to time, people just don't want to help, and or they try to, like, I don't know, it's happened a couple times where people will just try to get you to do something just to get you to do something, you know?
Yeah.
It's difficult to say no, is what I'm trying to say as well.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I completely get you. Um
Hmm.
I've been lucky. Everyone that I mentioned all came from this group of friends from the weekly ASMR group that was started by Sleepy Kitty. Um
That's very
and
sweet.
so like we're like this close knit like family, and
I love that. I
and
love that. It
get
took a while to grow a community of people that I actually trust talking to for the ASMR community. The people that are in the comment section and stuff, everyone's been very sweet and kind because I think the people that watch ASMR feel the same as me, or all of us who watch.
yeah,
They want to feel something relaxing. Maybe their day has been stressful. You have no idea what these people are going through before they see a video. And
yeah,
ASMR has such a direction that focuses towards, like, for the most part, either trying to lighten someone's mood, trying to be kind, trying
yeah,
to put you to sleep, and overall trying to give you an environment that's safe and kind.
yeah,
And for the people in the comment section, because I used to be, I mean, I still am in the comment section, but like before I made content, that was me as well. And I know that I would comment, out of love or out of like, that was amazing or out of whatever.
that's how Katie met
And
you.
yeah, I know. Katie is such a sweetheart. She went out of the way to find me, and I was like, "Oh, Katie, yes." And for artists themselves, though, I completely understand why there could be more stress involved with it because making content all the time can be very stressful. And putting and publishing videos and then talking about working on it, talking
Yeah,
about working on ASMR, it kind of sounds like it's a circle, like a cycle. It's like, oh, yes, I've even heard some people say, like, oh, it's very easy for me to make a video. And like, I would not agree with that at all. It's actually quite difficult to make a video because you have to do so much work for it. But each
yeah,
person works in their own different separate ways, completely understandable.
yeah,
Um, but some people go out of their way to just only help themselves completely. They can do that. But it took quite a while to get a group of people that I really enjoy talking to and making content with for ASMR. And I'm very happy with the people that I have now. In particular, there's one lady that I absolutely adore. Her name is ASMR Miss Me. She's this wonderful lady from Germany. She is seriously the sweetest person ever. She found me somehow when I had like 5,000 subscribers. She's like, let's do a collab. And I was like, oh my gosh, someone actually collabed with me? The first person ever collabed with me? This is amazing.
Keith, throw her
I was
her
so
channel
excited.
up on the screen so we can give her a shout out.
Yes, please shout her out, ASMR Miss Me. She was the first person ever to actually like go out of her way to reach out and like want to collab with me. And it touched me, like seriously touched me because I was like, oh my gosh, someone wants to do something with me? Like for real? Like it was really wonderful and it blew my mind. And then since then we've done other videos and collabs and then we've gotten into groups and sooner or later I'm going to meet her one day in Germany. Whether I don't know how long it's going to take, but I'm going to because we just grew such a good friendship and like trying to do ASMR before, I used to have a channel back in the day 4 years ago. I've only made like 5 videos though.
Scandal.
Um it is a scandal. Some of the videos are hidden. They're scandalous. If you can find it, that'd be very shocking. But it was quite an adventure since then. I gave up the first time because it was just too difficult to make videos and post them and whatever because I was also doing school at the time.
Yeah.
And back then also I feel like collaborations were not much of a thing. Nowadays though, because ASMR is so open and available with everybody and like a lot of people know about it now, I feel like it makes people more comfortable to want to collab and want to talk about it and also maybe talk about things that,
Yeah.
would relate to ASMR such as like lack of sleep or
Yeah.
perhaps anxiety, loneliness, things that obviously you reach out to, seek some love or, care
Yeah.
from when you watch an ASMR video.
And
So the conversation is so much more open now.
as a group of creators, it's real nice to have that connection with other people where you help each other out and you talk about all these other things, and because going through it alone can be scary. Growing alone can be scary.
Hmm.
So to have that support system of other creators with you is just wonderful, and I thank Carol, Sleepy Kitty,
Hmm.
for like giving that. Like we just um celebrated the year anniversary of the group the other day, and
Oh, wow, that's really sweet.
yeah, so it's like wow, like this whole like thing of like it's been a year, and like there's this family, this close knit like wonderfulness, and it's a wonderful thing.
I really love that it's been a whole year of people talking about ASMR and getting involved.
Yeah.
Um, that's actually really cool. Like that makes it also just feel like a really wonderful community of people.
Yeah, yeah, it's the best, bro. It's the best. Um, I I I wanted to touch on some stuff that you do from
Absolutely.
the point of view of someone
Yes.
with a disability, and I wanted to save this for like towards the end because it does, it gets a little serious, like I'm a silly guy, but like uh the the truth is when you have a disability like I do, like a physical disability,
Mm-hmm.
um life can be very isolating. It can be very sort of like one of those situations where you just feel unseen, and
Okay.
you feel like you're going to be alone forever, and that it's just it's not a great feeling sometimes, right?
Mm-hmm.
And uh one thing that I noticed about content, especially the kind of content that you make,
Mm-hmm.
um you have the ability to make things, and you're making things that could benefit people in ways that I do not think you entirely realize, especially coming from the point of view of somebody with a disability, who deals with that feeling of isolation. Like that is like a real thing, and for somebody to click on one of your videos, whether it be like fall asleep together or like whatever it may
Mm-hmm.
be, that person,
Mm-hmm.
whatever that person's heart needs at that moment, the kind of things that you're providing, I think, will save lives.
Oh, wow.
um
That is actually very touching for you to say thank you. That is beyond words. Thank you.
I genuinely think that will save lives, because one of the biggest, and I sent you this article, I don't know if you read it, but
Not yet. I'm still getting to it. I'm still also replying to emails.
one of the biggest one of the leading causes of depression in the disabled and elderly is lack of human contact, like lack of like
Mm-hmm.
human touch and things like that. And the kind of service that you provide, the kind of content that you make, while it's not a direct replacement for that, you can't ever replace those things.
Absolutely.
It's as close as you can get for some people, and I honestly think that that will save lives. I think that that will stop people from being like, "Oh, I am in a dark, dark place,"
Hmm.
and then they see that a video of yours, and then maybe they're not in such a dark place anymore, and eventually it leads them to getting help, and then eventually, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it can lead them up a trail of finding personal
Like
happiness and personal wealth and like knowledge, self-knowledge,
like
stuff like
people
that.
that are
Yeah.
like stuck in the well, like the stuff that you're making, you're throwing them a rope, and you're like, "Hey, let's get out of here."
Let's get out of here. Yeah, you know what? I would really hope it does because I am actually someone who is I have yet to find romance myself, and I have thought very similar thoughts of like, will I be alone forever? Will I, etc., etc., etc. And it literally in the beginning, when I made that first girlfriend video back in September 2019, um, the most popular video on my channel, self promotion here, um, I did it with the intention to make something that I would enjoy watching that is comfortable, that can represent love, and that can make someone feel something that I have yet to feel yet, which
Yeah,
is like this sense of security in someone who loves you. And I have a huge respect for the people that watch me. Like, I have this thing where I will reply to every single comment because if someone takes the time out to reply to me or like send me a comment, I should take the time to do that back because it's a give and take type of situation. Like, you gave me your time to watch my video, even if it's for a second, or even write a comment. I should give you the time back to be like, thank you, or, whatever the person says. And especially in a community with ASMR, sure, girlfriend videos can be seen sometimes as like, oh, you're just doing that to dot, 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 whatever. Um, the intention that I was making them in was to make someone feel this sense of love and respect that hopefully can help them feel the
yeah,
love and respect that they have for themselves because it helped me and it's helping me make more beautiful content for people hopefully to enjoy or to just feel loved.
yeah,
And maybe someone does have some situation where they're not thinking the most happy or positive thoughts, and if you can smile even for my video, or if it just made you
yeah,
think of something else, I would hope that I did my job right.
yeah.
Um,
Because I've
and
been
that's
there, and
yeah,
like seeing stuff like that with your videos, I was like, this is gonna be great. This is gonna help people.
I hope it does because I put a lot of effort in those videos, or all of them. In particular, girlfriend videos have been the ones that I've deleted the most if I didn't feel like they were genuine enough. Because I film days in advance sometimes, and I'll edit my videos all the way through. And if I don't feel like I was genuine enough, I'll delete it and I will redo it again until it seems right and like actually real. Because I don't want it to seem like fake, because it's not. Um, and
Yeah.
I just want someone to straight up just feel open, vulnerable, and know that they are loved because they
Well,
are.
this is just this has been first of all an absolute pleasure. You were just a sweetheart, and I
Thank you. You as well.
I think I'm trying to figure out how to put this. I've seen lots of girlfriend role plays, and I've seen lots of things, and I you can tell when someone's just thirst trapping, right?
Oh, yes. It's very easy to yes.
And I don't get those vibes from anything that you've done. Everything that I've watched of you and everything that I've spoken to you about, I can tell that you genuinely care, and you put a lot of effort and thought and care and love into these things, and that I have no doubt in my mind will the universe will reward that, because that is just beautiful.
The
Um
only reward I would ever want is just someone saying thank you or just someone commenting with a smiley face. I don't mind. Anything is anything is worth it. Like those videos are also the ones that get like you know, they get put on YouTube's naughty list for
Yeah,
some strange reason. Um,
YouTube
it's
doesn't
really
like making
unfortunate.
people feel good.
Nope. The word girlfriend is like the biggest like trigger word for YouTube system, like the algorithm. They're like, is this naughty? You know what I mean? Or whatever. And I keep doing them because I don't care. I'm like, whatever. They're probably gonna take my money away from this video. That's fine. Someone's gonna enjoy this. You know, like what's whatever. Uh, because like again, the point isn't like to just like put out content to put out content. I'm doing this to genuinely,
Yeah,
as other ASMR artists have helped me before and like made me feel safe during my times of need. It
yeah.
should be the same for other people, and I should give back. And I like making the girlfriend roleplay videos. They're like my favorite. Not to brag again, but I do call myself the roleplay queen.
She do because
But
she is. Damn
what's
it.
up? But I hope those videos help people as much as they help me.
I immediately saw the benefit, and I immediately saw like because I remember being that guy who was in that dark place of like I don't ever see myself being worth anyone's time. I remember being that guy.
Mhm.
So when I saw like your videos, I was like, wow. And this was like right after a breakup too. Um, so I was like, wow, this lady is just tremendous,
Thank you.
and what she's
That is
doing
beyond words.
is
That is beyond words. Thank you.
is just great, and I just my hat's off to you, and especially after talking to you and like seeing how genuine you are, and just wow.
Thank you.
Like I think you're amazing, and I think that the sky is the limit for you. Not even the sky, because you're gonna go above the sky. You're gonna be like way out there in the
I
atmosphere.
just hope to be in people's dreams.
Well, you have a mirror, so obviously you've been in people's dreams. You know what you look like. I ain't gotta say it. You ain't gotta say it. You know what I'm saying? It's there. So
Thank you. Okay, thank you.
it is what it is.
Thank you. That's very sweet.
Matter of fact, the first time I saw you, I'll show you the gif. I'll show you the gif of my reaction the first time I saw you. Really quick. You're gonna like this gif. Keith
I'm
is
very
gonna
excited.
Keith is gonna jump cut right now, but like he's gonna show the
Mhm.
gif as well.
Wonderful.
All right. So like the first time I saw you, this was my reaction,
Oh my god.
because I was like,
Wait, that's okay. I mean, that's kind of a sad, like, it's kind of sad to give, but it's very cute at the same time that that's how you felt.
yeah. I was like, damn, like dead ass, like for reals, like.
That's very sweet. Thank you. That's actually kind of funny, but very sweet. Thank you very much. Um, I mean, though I don't like see that in myself. I recently went through a huge like weight loss journey as well myself. I'm trying to gain my confidence back in myself. It's very kind to see that that's how you felt. Thank you very much. Um, because we all probably feel the same way about ourselves as we all do,
Yeah.
Everybody can be better. But I really appreciate that. Thank you.
I feel you. I'm trying to get back to where I used to be. I used to be a wheelchair basketball player, right? So like I
Mhm.
had like the arms of
That's actually
like,
amazing.
like I had like the big arms and like the like everything, and then my health started like declining from like my kidneys, and I got diagnosed with cardiomyopathy, so I couldn't play anymore, and
Mm-hmm.
so like things like that. So like I'm not as in shape as I used to be, but I'm trying to get back into it. I've been starting to do wheelchair yoga. Super into that.
That sounds wonderful. I do yoga because I have arthritis. I did high intensity sports as a kid and a teenager, and I actually gave myself early onset arthritis because of that.
Oh,
So
what sports did you do?
I did gymnastics and I did competitive dance.
Oh, bro. So peep this, right?
Okay.
So my family owns a dance school. And they teach gymnastics and ballet, tap, jazz, all of those things. Yeah.
Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah, I remember being a little boy going to the recitals because one of my aunts was also one of the teachers there as well, like it's family owned. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and I remember like going to the recitals, and I would go and during picture day, I would go get my picture made too, and I would get my picture made, and I'd be standing up in like with my walker and everything, and
Mm-hmm.
oh man, those were the days, and I would always be like, I've always been a flirt, and I can't help it. So like even little me was like flirting with like the ballerina girls and shit.
Ooh, to flirt with the ballerina girls.
Yeah, I tell you, I was a troublemaker. I tell you.
Actually, that kind of sounds like a really cool like love story, flirting with the ballerina girls.
Yeah, it was there. There was this one girl. I've never really told this story, and Keith, shut up, because I say I never really told this story before a bunch, and
Uh-oh,
then
I'm getting the scoop.
I tell stories that I've told 1,000 times.
I do that too.
Like the story about how I broke still rides on my back. I always say that I never like told that story on air, and I've told that story on the show like at least 100 times. Like, um, which I'm not telling this episode, Keith. So shut up. But no, there was this one teacher there that I used to have like the biggest crush on. She started out as a student, then eventually became a teacher,
Oh
and
wow.
she was great. And I even got to go to her wedding, uh, and it was nice. I was crushed though. I was like 10, but like,
Hmm.
uh,
You're trying your best at 10. I feel like everybody has a moment like that though, so completely understandable.
yeah, yeah. It would be crazy if I ran into her today and was like,
Hey,
"Hey,
remember that time?
remember when I was like totally like infatuated and but like now I'm not." Well,
But
now
now I'm not.
now I have a show on the internet, and I'm kind of a big deal. So hi.
Sweat on your shoulder. Mr. Famous over here.
But yeah, no, she was cool. Yeah, that story was
Oh,
kind of anticlimactic, but it was it is what it is, bro.
anticlimactic and very sweet.
Yeah, it
Oh, I
was
love that.
it was good. Yeah. But I'll tell you the Steel Rod story off air because I don't I just told it in another like interview, and I don't want to tell the same story in back to back shows.
I'd like to hear it then, the actual one, but not in the. Don't want to disrupt the viewers from hearing the same thing over again.
Yeah, yeah. I'll tell you off air. But listen, Miss Celaine,
Yes.
you
Hmm.
are just one of the kindest, sweetest people I have ever had the pleasure of talking to,
That is
and
very kind of you. Thank you. That is beyond words for me.
and it has been a genuine pleasure. I did not know what to expect, to be honest with you, because I was like, I don't really know this person that well.
I'm
I
like some random person online. I mean, I am.
no, but like it was a suggestion from Katie. She's like, "Hey, reach out to this person," and
Hmm.
I need to first of all, Katie is fearless leader, and I need to just trust whatever she says from now on because you are an
Oh, she's a force.
absolute.
She's a force to be reckoned with. Katie is such a sweetheart.
She is. She's the best. She's the best. One of the best things to ever happen in my life. I'll say that. Um,
She's a blessing.
for real. Um, but yeah, she was like, you should totally like check this person out. She's like, you would vibe with this person, uh, because you're both
We
very
vibing.
silly. Yeah, definitely on the vibe, 1,000%. But
1000% vibe.
but yeah, she said we're both like silly and stuff, and I was like, yeah, I'll check her out, and then I checked out the stuff, and you blew me away with how good you are and your attention to detail and the way you switch back and forth between languages and just
Good vibe
everything.
city.
Everything you do in your videos feels so effortless that I know that you put all the effort into it.
Oh my gosh, it takes a million times to get everything right. I don't know how people can just up and make a video. I will sit there analyzing, like, should I put my face a little to the left or should I put my face a little to the right? Like, I'm like like a crazy person, like over and over again, over analyzing. Well, maybe people won't like it. Da 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 da. I like go into these like whole like diatribes in my head. Would people like this more? Would people like this more? So it actually has so much effort into it. That is a super big compliment that you said it looks effortless, because like it takes so much out to make so many videos all the time.
Oh
So
yeah.
thank you. That is very top tier. Thank you.
I think I think if something does look effortless in, especially in ASMR, it's usually because it's not effortless at all.
And yeah, Grey Goose. Oh, not Grey Goo. Grey Goose is a French vodka. Yes.
Like they've got to put like all of their effort, and I've learned that, especially always being around Katie. She's someone who throws out that quality as well. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my gosh, Katie's videos are so sweet. I love how natural they feel.
But just like you, she's thrown away videos. She's shown me things that like, and then like not used them, and then obsessed over like what the thumbnail should be. And
Oh my gosh.
and
yeah.
I'm terrible at picking the thumbnail apparently, because anytime I pick something, it's never the one that I'm picking. It's always something else. So I don't even know why she asks my opinion, because she's gonna do whatever the hell she wants anyways. But like,
I love that. That's actually iconic.
but she'll be like, what about this one? And then it's like her lighting a candle, and I'm like, no, I don't like that, because that makes me think of arson, and you are not an arsonist. So why you lighting things on fire? And then that's the thumbnail that she picks. Like,
Oh, I kind of dig that. Well, going through, I don't know. I think I was mentioning this earlier prior to the podcast recording, but for some reason, choosing a podcast, excuse me, choosing a thumbnail photo and like editing it is so difficult, because you have to go through like 200 photos that you took like a maniac right before. You're just like, oh my gosh, I just have so many photos. And then you're like, oh, well, maybe this one looks better. This one looks better. And you go sit through one to the other. So it's so wild. It's exactly the fire one. Fire though is typically better in the thumbnail, because it's significance of like warmth. So you have to think of like, what does the image symbolize, or etc. dot dot dot.
maybe I just watched too much true crime, because I was like, to me, you're just trying to set things on fire. Like,
Well, okay, like I mean, it could be seen as that, absolutely. But if I were to see like a candle or something in a thumbnail, I'd be like, oh, warm. Might be really fun. It might be really relaxing. I don't know.
or maybe somebody
I'm not
died. I
clinically
don't know. Like,
Yeah, someone could have. Katie, what are you doing?
but yeah, she does things like that. It's so fun. It's so fun to see that side, and to see someone as dedicated, and it just like reaffirms for me that she is doing all of the right things, because you're doing all the right things. So yeah, that's wonderful.
That's what I love about it. It's also really like nice to hear just about how other artists are doing and like going through things. Talking with a lot of other ASMR artists myself, also because I actually do collaborations now and I hear about other people's struggles or what they're doing.
Uh-huh.
Doesn't make it seem like it's that alone of a business, because like honestly speaking, working for ASMR is like opening your own business online.
Yep.
Because imagine, for everybody who does it, we all go through the same process.
Yep.
It doesn't require a microphone, unless you really want to go out and get that. And you have to, maybe get some lights, or not. Again, don't need them. And you have to film a video and then make a channel, get an icon, start thumbnailing it, write things in the description that are very similar to every other video. Think of very similar tags, start making more content, start
TubeBuddy.
uploading, make it a schedule out. And then you're like, wait a second, what have I just built?
Yeah.
It's very wild because like I think I have over like 160 videos now that are on YouTube. I've deleted like 15 or 20. Copa. Let's not get into it.
I feel you.
Yeah, there was a lot of crayon videos I had to delete just because that's not a good word to use anymore. Yes.
You can't use
unfortunately.
crayons no more, man.
Well, I was told by oh geez Louise, I think my lights just went off. That's so strange. I was told by I'm a manager. She doesn't like edit anything or whatever, but she tells me what to avoid to not get in trouble. And
That's
I
smart.
deleted videos that could have been seen as like for children because I didn't want to like, you know, follow through with the Coppola. Like I did like Little Red Riding Hood. I did crayon videos. I did counting from 1 to 10, which, you know, those are very generic and very basic, lovely ASMR topics. Like I would love to watch a video counting from 1 to 100. But I was told
What if you took those
professional
videos
wise,
and then put them on a different channel and then was like, hey,
make it for kids or something?
yeah.
Or I've already deleted that. I forgot to, you know, save a video. I just freaked out the moment my manager emailed me saying, "You don't do that." So I just deleted them. I don't know where they're just gone forever now, which is such a shame. But I
Aw.
was thinking of just starting another channel for fun anyways. I could just remake them.
Yeah. It's fun to do
Is it?
things for the babies, man. Plus,
Of course.
crayons and stuff, man. Bob Ross's spirit is crying, YouTube.
I know Bob Ross is crying right now. He's brushing the acrylic off of his paintbrush, beating the devil out of it. All
Bro,
of the Bob Ross things.
I have a friend who is a model for Yandy, and she showed me this Halloween costume around Halloween time,
Mm-hmm.
and it was sexy Bob Ross, and it was
That's a thing?
yeah,
Oh, wait, can I go look this up?
yes, you can. It was
Sexy Bob Ross.
yes, look it up. We'll post a picture right now of it.
Oh my gosh.
That was the most disturbing thing I've ever seen in my life.
Why do I kind of like it though?
Cause of the booty, but like,
Mm. Wait, it's kind of cool. Oh my. I didn't even see the back until you just said that.
yeah,
Oh my goodness.
exactly.
I mean, it's kind of cool.
It was confusing though. Like Bob Ross though, I mean, come on now. Like,
Oh, there's one underneath that's sexy Mr. Rogers. Wait, can we get a picture of this one up as well, just next to it, just for fun?
yes.
Oh, this one's These are kind of fabulous.
Yeah. So I have a friend who models for Yandy, and she showed me the Bob Ross one, and I was like, that is hilarious. And she could have got that, like they would have sent it to her, and I was like, you're gonna do it, right? And she's like, no, and I was like, oh, you suck. Like,
You're like, oh my gosh, why?
yeah. And it's a friend of mine who's she does ASMR, but she's also like local, like from like the same area that I'm from.
Yeah.
So shout her out, by the way, Heather Effect, who is a good friend
Oh
of
my
mine.
gosh, Heather Effect. I follow her. I love her videos. Is she really from nearby you?
Yeah, we're from the same city.
Wow. Gee Louise. That's actually really cool.
She's the sweetest person I know. Like, she's one of the sweetest people.
If I remember correctly, she has like a clothing brand.
She might. I don't know. She might. She's also a streamer, and she's just one of my people. You know.
Mhm.
You know, we don't talk all the time, but we, you know, because we're local buddies. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I talk about like, hey, talk about this place, and she knows this place, and you know what I mean? Like we're homies.
Absolutely.
But yeah,
Oh my gosh, that's so cool. I actually, she's probably been on my. I have like a YouTube channel for like my ASMR. Then I have like 7 other YouTube channels just for like just being on the platform for so long. And I have followed this woman for probably like, oh, gosh, you know, how long has it been? Probably like maybe 6 months now.
Oh, have you met her yet?
I have never met her. I comment and I say hi. But I actually really like her content just because she is such a gorgeous woman. And I really love, there was one video that she made that I got really into. I think it was like a doctor examination. It's gosh, it was really nice. There's something just about her that is just so welcoming and friendly. And
It's
I just love her attitude. And
it's
I
that
think she's
Charleston,
such a
baby.
great creator.
It's that Charleston.
It's just so, gosh, I just really like her. So I'm actually very happy to know that you know each other. That's really cool.
It's that Chucktown all up in there. But like, she's great at. First of all, she's a mom, right? So she's great at that mom vibe.
Hmm.
That very warm sort of like thing. But she can also do that thirst trap thing, you know. So she could do both, and she's so good at it. And just one of my favorite things that she's ever done is just like fluffy mic videos. She's so good at
Oh
those.
my gosh. Fluffy mic videos.
I love fluffy
Those are
mic
iconic.
videos. Those are my
Those are
favorite.
iconic.
What's your favorite kind of video, by the way?
Oh my gosh. Just for ASMR, oh my gosh, it's gonna be so difficult. Um, I have a thing for Karuna Satori. She is such a cool lady. She's a mom as well, and I think maybe that's just why I like her so much. Um, I've probably been watching her content for like maybe 3 years now. Um, there is this thing that she does with her mouth. I've tried doing the tongue click before, but I am unable to do it the way that she does it. And in I think every single one of her videos, she is able to click her tongue in this way, and it makes me melt into a puddle of tingles. I don't know what it is. I think it's magic. I think she may have magic somewhere, like or maybe like she's like a witch or something. But I don't know what she does. It's that. Also, in general, my favorite videos are roleplay videos. Hence the reason why I make them so much. Um, so it's I like do watch like just for sounds ASMR from time to time, but I typically focus towards role plays just because I can close
Yeah.
my eyes and then picture in my head, like, oh yes, maybe I am at a furniture store and someone is telling me about the several different types of cotton. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, I
What
feel
about
you.
yours? What is your favorite type of ASMR videos?
Oh my god, no one ever asks. Uh,
Really? That's like a okay. Well, what are your favorites?
well, not in the interview aspect. Like no one asks because it's like I'm interviewing them. But I like that you asked. That made me feel special in my heart space.
Oh
Um,
my! I hope you do feel special.
I do. Um, for me, I love like fluffy mic videos and things like that. But when it comes to role plays, I love because I've been watching a long time. I love like
Hmm.
massage videos, anything that's like human touch. I'm all about.
Yes.
Um,
Yes.
so like whether it's like a head massage video, like even like back in the day, they would take pillows and put them behind the camera and then make that sound,
Massage them.
and that would be like a shoulder massage.
Mm-hmm.
And I love videos that are like that because that is that plays into like the human contact thing,
Mm-hmm.
and that can do a lot for someone's self-esteem, a lot for things like that. And
Um, I
I
think you would really like Ting Ting ASMR. I bet you know of her,
I
but
love
she
her.
does the thing with the pillow all the time.
Yeah, she does.
It's wonderful.
It's great. and
I
I
actually really like those as well.
and I love those videos. I'm not a fan of mouth sounds. I
It's a hit or miss. It's that's probably You know what's so unfortunate though is that a lot of people like mouse sounds, but you cannot get monetization for those videos. It is like 1 in a million to get monetization for a mouth sounds video. Um,
Yeah.
it's just like seen as quote unquote inappropriate to YouTube. Just as many other things though, at least, everybody deals the same fate when it comes to that. Um, Mouth sounds are not for everybody. They can be seen as, very not pleasant, especially if you're someone who had like someone chewing with their mouth open as a kid and you didn't like it. You can build off of that.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't like it, and I don't like the ear licking thing. It's not for
Oh
me.
no, I can't listen to that. That one's just it. I can't listen to that. I completely understand.
But if it's like ear kisses, I'm cool with that. That's fine. That's
Oh,
normal.
those are yeah. That's
Like I
that's different.
can
That's different.
like I can get behind that. But like if it's like ear licking, I just like it's not for me. And that's not to say that if you do that, I hate you, because I have really good friends that do that. Um,
Oh
shout
no,
out
I know a lot of people who do that. Like, I just
shout
don't
out
like
to
the mouth
Cammy.
sounds.
Shout out to Cammy who does the ear eating on Twitch. Uh, that's one of her like goals. It's one of her sub goals. But
That's really cool.
it's just not for me. And anytime that because I'm one of her mods, so like
Hmm.
anytime she like reaches that goal, I'm like, well, it's time for me to mute you for a little bit. Like,
Just for a little bit.
like, I'm like, this is where I dip for a while.
And it's like I'll be back just after this.
Yeah.
What are the sounds that you don't like? Like other than the mouth sounds and the ear licking, obviously.
I'm not a big tapping guy.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh wow, that's like huge.
Yeah, I'm not an inaudible type of person. But
Hmm.
I'm not an inaudible person where you can't like understand what somebody's saying, but at the same time I love going to channels that have maybe like uh another language, like with you, like you'll do
Hmm.
things in French and I don't know what the hell you're saying, but I love the video. Uh
Oh yeah, thank you.
Things like that are just amazing to me. I just love listening to other languages, and I love listening to like Germanic languages in particular.
Oh my gosh,
Um because it's
I
like,
love German.
yeah, well, the thing about that is like English is Germanic language, right? So like
Hmm.
if you listen and you just like listen and listen and listen, you'll start to pick up things, and you're like, wait a minute, well, that's like this word, which is like this word in English, and that word's also like this word in English. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah, yeah,
things,
yeah.
everything is connected, and I just think that's beautiful.
Oh yeah, you can probably pick out you know, you can probably pick out like a sort of words here and there from someone speaking German. So I completely understand.
Yeah, yeah, and I love that whole aspect of not just like German languages, but like languages in general. Like when you like pick out things, and it's like, oh, well, that's kind of like my language too, and it's just kind of reminds you that we live, you know, on one tiny planet in a very, very big universe,
Absolutely. Yeah.
and we're
That's what makes
all
it way funner.
we're all like more connected than we realize, and we're all a lot
Oh,
closer
absolutely.
than we realize, and I think that's a beautiful thing.
And that's what makes it all fun.
Yeah.
That's what makes it all wonderful and fun.
So, Miss Celaine, I have to say, you are an absolute treat. You're an absolute,
Thank you, dear.
just amazing human being, and
Thank you.
I truly, truly look forward to seeing what it is you do. Where can the people find you on social media?
Hello, people. Yes, you can find me on YouTube at Celaine's ASMR. That is CELAINE apostrophe S and then ASMR. I have the same handle on every single platform. So you can find me on Instagram, you can find me on my Twitch, and you can find me on my Twitter.
Yeah. So,
So we got all
how,
of them.
how long you been Twitch streaming?
Oh my gosh, I just started and I've only done 2 streams. I feel so bad, but it's so difficult to like. I just figured out how Discord works. Like, you know what I mean? I've been a little bit behind. Before I did ASMR, I actually had no social media. So this is the first time I've ever been on the platform.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So, and since I got really invested in ASMR, so like 6 months ago, that's the only time I've ever been on social media ever. I never had a Twitter before. I never had like an actual Instagram. It was this is like the first time I'm jumping into social media ever. So I'm actually
Wow.
surprised I have a lot of people like subscribe to me. I'm like, wow, I'm just this like person who doesn't even know what Facebook is, you know?
Yeah, I feel you. I don't even mess with Facebook. And Facebook is
Mm-hmm.
just scary. Like,
I don't either. I don't either.
I go to Facebook and then I'm like, you see people and they're like, the earth is flat. And I'm like, oh, God.
You're like, oh, please no.
Yeah. So that's, but yeah. Guys, listen. I got off track. I was doing the wrap up and I got off track because I'm an idiot. Um, so listen, Celaine over here is one of the kindest people in the world. So here's what you're gonna do. All right, this is what I call aggressive promotion. So get ready.
Ah, yes.
I'm about to get
Aggressive
aggressive.
promotion.
So I want you to know that you just suck if you don't subscribe to Celaine, and I hate you. And you're probably the kind of person who parks in the handicap parking even though you're not disabled like I am. Um, if you're not subscribed to her, that's probably the kind of person you are. And that's fine, but just know that you're going to hell, and that's cool. But but yeah, but seriously though, subscribe to Celaine ASMR. Make sure you follow her on the Twitter and the IG and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Do all of those things right there. And if you're coming over here from Celaine, which if
What's
you
up?
are, hi, my name is Christopher Notwalker, and I interview a lot of people who do ASMR and sometimes people who
Mm-hmm.
don't do ASMR. I interview, just influencers and things and singers and all sorts of things, man. But mainly I deal in ASMR, and it's very important to me that people get their stories told and get to have fun, and that's what we're about over here. But yeah, this is the Dirty Nerdy Show, and I hope you stick around and hit subscribe if you want to, because it would mean a lot to me. Um, and hit the bell if you want to hear more stuff from other artists that we've got coming on the show, because
Hit that bell.
we're always shooting, we're always putting up things and doing things and all of that good stuff. But yeah, we appreciate it. Thank you so much, Celaine. You are just
Thank you so much for this wonderful opportunity. And
just
also thank you out all the viewers out there who have stuck around for this long. We really appreciate you.
yeah, we appreciate you as always. If you're here at the premiere, we appreciate you as well. And yes, we're doing a premiere, but you don't have to. You don't have to be there. Like, it's not required. Um,
Just tell me when it is and I'll set a timer.
oh, you're the sweet. She's the sweetest. But yeah. Uh, thank you so much, guys. Celaine ASMR. My name is Christopher Not Walking. This is the Dirty Nerdy Show. You have been with us. Be kind to one another, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.